Poor circulation after 60 is not just an annoyance. It changes how you move, how you feel, and even how safe you are on your feet. Cold, numb toes, legs that ache or cramp after short walks, shoes that feel tighter at the end of the day. Research shows that the body's ability to make a tiny molecule called nitric oxide drops dramatically with age, and that loss is a major reason blood stops flowing the way it should. The good news? For many people, the right foods and drinks can restore that chemistry quickly, sometimes in hours, and help your legs feel warmer, lighter, and more reliable. I've reviewed the research and talked with vascular specialists. In this video, I'll walk you through what works, what to watch for, and how to try a simple 30-day plan that centers on one drink that often gives the fastest results. If you're over 60 and want step-by-step guidance, hit subscribe and download the free circulation checklist linked below. It will help you track the measurements I'll describe. Here's the problem in plain terms. Think of healthy circulation like a highway system. When the highways, your larger arteries, are smooth and open, traffic flows freely. When those highways stiffen and narrow with age, blood is forced into smaller side streets and alleys, and delivery to the farthest houses, your toes and lower legs, becomes slow, spotty, and unreliable. Nitric oxide is the traffic controller that tells those vessels to relax and widen. After 60, your body often produces far less nitric oxide. Some studies report reductions around 60 to 70%, so the highways tighten. Narrowed vessels mean less oxygen to tissues, a higher chance of microclots in tiny capillaries, and slower nerve repair. The result is heaviness, numbness, worse balance, and a higher fall risk. Basic advice like move more helps, but it doesn't refill the nitric oxide supply. That's where targeted drinks and foods come in. How does this turn around? In simple terms, nitric oxide can be rebuilt from raw materials in certain plants. Two main routes matter for what I'll recommend: dietary nitrates, which are abundant in beets, arugula, and celery, and L-citrulline, which watermelon supplies and which the body converts into L-arginine and then to nitric oxide. There are also plant flavanols and anthocyanins found in cocoa, green tea, pomegranate, and tart cherry that support the cells that make nitric oxide or protect it from breaking down. Importantly, one step in the nitrate pathway depends on bacteria in your mouth, converting nitrate into nitrite before it becomes nitric oxide in your stomach and blood. That's why I'll mention a mouthwash caveat later. Using antibacterial mouthwash immediately after a nitrate-rich drink can blunt the effect. This isn't a reason to stop tooth care, it's a reason to time oral hygiene thoughtfully and talk to your dentist. Now I'll rank 10 drinks from least to most effective for improving leg circulation and overall blood flow, with quick verdicts, what they deliver, how fast people typically notice effects, and practical tips on preparation and safety. Remember, studies report these effects. Individual results vary. Always check with your physician, especially if you take blood pressure medication, blood thinners, have kidney stone history, or diabetes. Starting at number 10, plain water. Verdict: essential but limited. Mechanism: hydration alone increases blood volume slightly and can improve microcirculation. Studies indicate modest improvements in flow, often cited around single digits, like 8% in some settings. Timeline: immediate for hydration, small benefits to flow over hours. Pros: cheapest, safest, universally helpful. Cons: not a targeted source of nitrates or citrulline. Practical tip: drink a full glass of room temperature water first thing and keep sipping throughout the day. Score: useful foundation, but not a focused therapy. Number 9, green tea. Verdict: gentle, steady support. Mechanism: flavanols and catechins in green tea support endothelial function, the lining of blood vessels, and may modestly improve vasodilation. Timeline: benefits develop within hours to days with regular intake. Pros: widely available, low calorie, pleasant ritual. Cons: caffeine sensitivity for some, not as nitrate-rich as vegetables. Practical tip: brew green tea for 3 to 4 minutes in water just under boiling for best extraction. 2 cups a day is a reasonable target. Score: mild but convenient. Number 8. Tart cherry juice. Verdict: anti-inflammatory and muscle-friendly. Mechanism: anthocyanins reduce inflammation and oxidative stress that can eat away at nitric oxide activity. Some people report decreased cramping and better sleep. Timeline: effects on soreness and cramps often show in 24 to 72 hours. Circulation effects are supportive rather than dramatic. Pros: can ease nighttime leg cramps and improve sleep quality. Cons: sugar content can be high. Dilute it if you have diabetes or concerns. Practical tip: use 4 to 6 ounces daily, diluted with water if monitoring sugar. Choose unsweetened varieties when possible. Score: helpful adjunct for cramps and recovery. Number 7. Pomegranate juice. Verdict: protective polyphenols. Mechanism: polyphenols and antioxidants support endothelial function and may preserve nitric oxide. Research suggests improvements to flow over days to weeks. Timeline: expect gradual gains over days. Some people notice small changes within a week. Pros: strong antioxidant profile. Cons: sugar load and cost. Practical tip: limit to a small glass, 4 to 6 ounces, or dilute half and half with water to reduce sugar. Score: supportive, especially for long-term vascular health. Number 6. Unsweetened cocoa drink. Verdict: flavanol boost for the endothelium. Mechanism: cocoa flavanols have been shown to improve endothelial function and vasodilation in clinical studies. Timeline: some improvements are measurable within hours, more robust changes over days to weeks. Pros: pleasurable ritual and easy to prepare. Cons: many commercial products are high in sugar and fat. Choose unsweetened cocoa powder. Practical tip: mix 1 to 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, roughly 20 to 30 grams, into warm water or milk alternative. Add a 0-calorie sweetener if needed, and enjoy once daily. Score: solid middle-tier option. Number 5. Watermelon juice. Verdict: a natural L-citrulline source. Mechanism: watermelon contains L-citrulline, which the body converts to L-arginine and then nitric oxide, supporting vasodilation. Timeline: some studies and reports show improved blood flow within a few hours after a serving. Repeated use increases effects over days. Pros: pleasant flavor and hydration. Cons: high sugar content in juice. Whole fruit may be better for calories and fiber. Practical tip: aim for about 12 to 16 ounces of fresh watermelon juice or a few cups of cubed watermelon blended. Dilute if you need to control sugar. Score: effective where citrus nitrates aren't available and especially useful in summer. Number 4. Hibiscus tea. Verdict: fast-acting and inexpensive. Mechanism: hibiscus contains polyphenols that can lower blood pressure and improve vascular function. Research reports show measurable drops in blood pressure after regular intake. Timeline: blood pressure effects may be seen within hours to days. Sustained improvements with daily use. Pros: cheap, widely available, pleasant tart flavor. Cons: interacts with blood pressure medications, can lower blood pressure appreciably. Practical tip: steep 1 heaping tablespoon or 1 tea bag of dried hibiscus in 8 to 12 ounces of boiling water for 5 to 7 minutes. Drink once or twice daily in the afternoon or early evening. Score: strong adjunct for blood pressure and flow. Check with your doctor first. Number 3. Celery juice. Verdict: steady nitrate content with convenient juicing. Mechanism: celery provides dietary nitrates that feed the nitrate, nitrite, nitric oxide pathway. Timeline: studies suggest vascular effects within hours. Repeated use strengthens the benefit. Pros: readily available, mild flavor, low sugar. Cons: juicers required. Celery is high in potassium, which can be an issue for people with kidney disease. Practical tip. A common effective target is 8 to 12 ounces of fresh celery juice in the afternoon. Consume on an empty stomach or separated from heavy meals for faster conversion. Score, very practical nitrate source. Number 2. Arugula smoothie. Verdict, nitrate dense, fast, and leafy. Mechanism. Arugula is one of the highest nitrate greens, supplying the raw substrate for nitric oxide production. Timeline. Many people report improved blood flow within hours after a concentrated serving. Consistent use over days magnifies the effect. Pros. Very high nitrate content per cup. Easy to blend with fruit for taste. Cons. Peppery taste, some find sharp. Requires a blender for smoothies. Practical tip. A simple arugula smoothie might include 2 generous cups of fresh arugula, half a banana for sweetness, half a cup of water or unsweetened almond milk, and a squeeze of lemon. Blend until smooth. Drink this 3 to 4 times per week, rotating with other nitrate sources. Score, powerful nitrate delivery, slightly more practical than juicing beets for some. And number 1, beetroot juice. Verdict, the fastest and most consistently effective single drink for improving circulation and nitric oxide-related measures. Mechanism. Concentrated dietary nitrates in beetroot are converted by mouth bacteria into nitrite and then into nitric oxide, widening arteries, lowering arterial stiffness, improving capillary perfusion, and helping nerve health. Timeline. Clinical studies report measurable increases in blood flow and reductions in blood pressure within 2 to 3 hours after drinking beetroot juice. Repeated daily intake produces larger improvements over days to weeks. Some research indicates increases in blood flow or performance markers in the 30 to 50% range in acute settings and reports of larger improvement in sustained measures over 2 weeks to a month in certain populations. Pros. Powerful, relatively quick action, available as fresh juice, canned, or concentrated shots. Cons. Strong, earthy taste for some. High oxalate content, which can be relevant for people with a history of kidney stones. Can cause pink urine or stool, harmless but surprising. Practical tip. The most consistent clinical protocol is roughly 8 ounces of pure beetroot juice in the morning on an empty stomach, about 30 minutes before breakfast. If you're sensitive to taste, try half beetroot juice and half water, or mix in a small amount of citrus. Score, top pick for immediate and meaningful circulation support. Now that you have the ranked list, here's a clear, practical implementation plan you can try. The foundation. Start each day with 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach at least 30 minutes before you plan to eat. If 8 ounces is too much at first, begin with 4 ounces and build up as tolerated. After the beetroot juice, wait 30 minutes before using mouthwash or brushing your teeth if you can. This spacing helps preserve the mouth bacteria that participate in the nitrate conversion. Please note, this is a practical timing tip, not a reason to skip daily oral hygiene. Discuss this plan with your dentist if you have concerns. Midday options to accelerate progress include a cup of hibiscus tea in the afternoon, steeped 5 to 7 minutes, or 8 to 12 ounces of fresh celery juice. Use hibiscus once daily and avoid adding sugar. If you are on blood pressure medications, talk with your doctor before adding hibiscus because it can lower pressure. Rotate arugula smoothies 3 to 4 times per week, especially on days you aren't having celery juice. A recommended arugula smoothie is 2 packed cups of fresh arugula, half a banana, half a cup of water or unsweetened almond milk, and a squeeze of lemon. Blend until smooth. On days you choose a cocoa drink instead, mix 20 to 30 grams of unsweetened cocoa powder with warm water or milk alternative and a 0-calorie sweetener if needed. If you like watermelon, aim for 12 to 16 ounces of fresh watermelon juice occasionally as a citrulline-rich alternative. Dilute if you need to control sugar. For tart cherry or pomegranate juice, limit servings to 4 to 6 ounces and dilute half and half with water if you're watching blood sugar. And always, when using fruit juices, consider dilution or a low-calorie sweetener like stevia or monk fruit to reduce sugar load and protect blood glucose control. Practical day example. Morning, 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach. Wait 30 minutes, eat breakfast. Mid-afternoon, hibiscus tea or celery juice. Evening, regular dinner. 3 times a week, replace your afternoon with an arugula smoothie or add the smoothie on a separate day. Keep this routine for the 30-day challenge I'll describe next. Before I walk you through the challenge, a clear safety section. These drinks are supportive nutritional strategies, not replacements for prescription medications or clinical care. If you are taking antihypertensive medications, anticoagulants, or antiplatelet drugs, or have a history of kidney stones, uncontrolled diabetes, or significant kidney disease, consult your physician before starting this protocol. Do not stop or change any prescribed medication without medical supervision. Also, be aware of sugar content in juices. Dilute juices or use whole fruits when possible, and monitor your blood glucose closely if you have diabetes. For mouthwash, because oral bacteria play a role in converting nitrates to nitrites and then to nitric oxide, using strong antibacterial mouthwash immediately after a nitrate-rich drink may blunt the benefits. This is not a reason to skip oral hygiene. Instead, wait at least 20 to 30 minutes after your nitrate drink before using mouthwash, and talk with your dentist about timing that fits your oral health needs. If you have a history of kidney stones, especially oxalate stones, talk to your doctor before frequent beetroot or high oxalate greens consumption. If you are on blood thinners, any change that affects blood pressure or platelet function should be discussed with the prescribing clinician. Now the 30-day challenge, a step-by-step plan with measurable outcomes. Day 0. Take a photograph of your feet and lower legs, standing and resting. Note any swelling. Record baseline symptoms. Rate the warmth of your feet on a simple scale of 1 to 10. Record how many minutes you can walk without stopping or how many steps you can take on a flat surface. Note frequency and severity of cramps, and measure resting blood pressure if you have a monitor. Keep this short log in a notebook or on the checklist PDF you downloaded. Start tomorrow morning. Drink 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach, then wait 30 minutes before breakfast. Day 1 through 3. Expect some people to notice warmth returning to the feet within hours. Others will feel subtle differences by day 3. Continue daily beetroot and add an afternoon hibiscus tea or celery juice on alternating days. Day 7. Reassess your walking distance. Photograph your legs again and compare warmth and cramping scores. Day 14. You should notice clearer trends. Many people report continued improvement after 2 weeks. Day 30. Take your final photograph and log. Measure walking distance and compare to day 0. Note changes in cramping frequency and warmth, and review your blood pressure trend with your physician if you tracked it. Throughout the 30 days, maintain hydration. Avoid added sugar in juices when possible, and record any side effects like dizziness, lightheadedness, or unusually low blood pressure. If you experience these, stop the protocol and contact your doctor. Practical tips for sticking with the plan. If you dislike the straight taste of beetroot juice, mix half beet and half water, or add a splash of citrus to brighten it. If you lack a juicer, use pre-pressed cold-pressed beetroot juice without added sugar, or blend cooked beets and strain through a fine cloth. Just be aware of differences between juiced and blended whole vegetable forms. For arugula smoothies, prepare a few freezer bags with measured arugula and banana halves frozen. Then blend with liquid when you're ready. If cost or availability is a barrier, focus on beets and celery, which are often the most affordable nitrate sources. Let's summarize the most important safety points again. Consult your primary care physician before beginning if you take blood pressure medications, anticoagulants, have a history of kidney stones, or have uncontrolled diabetes. Do not stop or change prescribed medications. Space your mouthwash use and toothbrushing away from nitrate drinks when feasible, and discuss this with your dentist. Monitor blood glucose if you drink fruit juices, and dilute or use low-calorie sweeteners when needed. If you have persistent lightheadedness, dizziness, or fainting, stop the drinks and seek medical attention. If you're ready to try this, here's one clear instruction for tomorrow. Wake up, drink 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach, wait 30 minutes before eating, and note how your feet feel on a simple 1 to 10 warmth scale. Use the checklist to record a baseline photo and the other starting metrics. Commit to the daily habit for 30 days, adding hibiscus or celery in the afternoon and rotating arugula smoothies 3 to 4 times weekly. This protocol is about giving your body the raw materials to make nitric oxide again. Many people report immediate warmth and reduced cramping within hours, with clearer improvements in walking distance, swelling, and overall leg comfort over 2 to 4 weeks. Individual responses vary, and these drinks are intended as nutritional support, not as a substitute for medical assessment or treatment. If this message is speaking to you, take one small step now. Subscribe and download the free circulation checklist below to guide your measurements and recipes. Then, tomorrow morning, try the 8-ounce beetroot start. Track your progress, photograph your legs, and if something changes, good or concerning, tell your healthcare provider. Start the 30-day beetroot challenge, document your results, and share your progress. Talk with your doctor first if you're on blood pressure medication, blood thinners, have kidney stone history, or diabetes. You don't have to accept cold, numb feet or shuffling steps as inevitable. With the right routine and sensible precautions, many people regain warmth, reduce cramps, and walk with more confidence. Begin tomorrow. Small daily habits can add up to meaningful change.